Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing some Uni of Boom as we showcase, well, really, I think only one new card, but it is a very exciting card. It is the University of Piltover, which is the new landmark for Piltover. 5 mana, round start, discard your hand, create 3 random cards in hand and grant them fleeting. Now, obviously, it's pretty random. You don't know what you're going to get. It can be from anything, and I think that this is the only deck this can really go in because of the discard your hand stipulation on this. And obviously we are playing it in the discard deck with JINX+DRAVEN, which is already a pretty solid deck, I think. I've had to tweak it a bit because we are going more University of Piltover. Maybe that's our long game, which is kind of replacing Augmented Experimenter. This is my current version, which is, full of the usuals, the Pyro Cannons. One Draven biggest fan, just to try and get Draven on 3, because I think that, if you can get Draven out on 3, then that's kind of helpful for this deck, to give you even more discard targets and be an easier way of getting rid of your hand as well. Obviously, all the discard cards, the Flame Chompers, Jury Rigs, the Visions, they're still all in there as well. And of course, we're sort of reliant on Jinx to level up, and either we're going to win by smashing you in the face, or Jinx is going to level up and rocket you to the face. But now also potentially we can get 3 random cards that also maybe will win us the game. Who knows? That's kind of the whole thinking behind this, and we're going to see how that does for us in these games. I have absolutely no idea to what to expect. I have seen on Reddit that people have talked about this card, that this card, the way it interacts with Jinx, is very important where you position it on the board. I think the new cards have sort of really emphasized the sort of inbuilt code and what order things go in and priority. Like with the Targon Well, if you both have met the win condition, it's whoever ends the turn gets priority first, and their win con will go off before the opponents. And the University of Piltover works in a similar way, where if I think it's on the right side of Jinx, then Jinx will draw 2 cards. This is leveled up Jinx. Jinx will draw 2 cards. Piltover will discard those cards once you've drawn them, and then create 3 random cards. Whereas obviously you would prefer it if, Piltover discarded your hand, creates the random cards, then you draw. And for that to happen, I think you have to have Jinx on the right side of the University of Piltover. So it does get a bit, and then attacking will change the order as well. So, you have to be a bit Megamind as well. We are obviously at the University of Piltover, but we're going to see how it goes, and let's get into some games. So first game up, we see a Soraka ASOL list. No great surprise there. And I think this is the kind of thing they don't... If they hit, the thing that reduces the cost of dragons then into like a 4-cost dragon, Shyvana, or the other 4-cost one, then it goes pretty well for them. But otherwise, I think we can sort of hopefully find a way out. We find a couple of visions. If we find a Flame Chompers, that would be ideal. But I think we will have to hold off. And then hopefully at burst speed. Yeah, so we can play you, then we can rummage into Flame Chomper's Vision. Or do I want to go Jury Rig? Does this work? If I discard you first and then the Vision, does it go down and then the Vision goes off? I surely hope so. Or do I just have to not risk it? I'm gonna for science. We're gonna for science it. Okay, it does go off correctly, so that's pretty good for us. We can also do this, I guess, and just make our open attack even better. And we are going to just open attack and try and kill this Herald of the Dragons before they can get anything down. We could also play that Jury Rig, but I think we want to wait for that. Yeah, so we get off this really nice attack. I think I will play these Poros actually, and look to, get excited this Vision. We'll still keep the Jury Rig just in case we draw a Rummage or something. Now the Pyro Cannon, pretty nice. So I probably will discard this jury rig again, create 2 of them, and then I'll probably go... Well, we can pass. We could burst speed pass. He'll probably attack. Oh no, he won't, because of the Grenadier, of course. Now we can have a choice. Do I want to kill this or go face? I think our open attack is so good that we have to go face. And just try and end this game as quickly as we can. So yeah, we're going to get off this big, nice, juicy open attack. We want to put the challenger last, just in case he's got something crazy. That's actually lethal. Now he probably has, you know, single combats and the like. But it does mean that... Oh no, it won't die because of the Fury. Oh no! Well, we did draw the nuts there, I think. We did get the nuts. So, Shen Fiora. I don't think I've seen this deck since, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good deck. We've got this Pyro Cannons going on. Could have Tracker. Get Excited could be good for Fiora. But I think I'm going to get rid of it and look for more discard targets. We'll keep the Jinx because Jinx is just good. See if we draw into anything. We don't. Does Mystic Shot hit anything in this matchup? Like Bright Steel, maybe? We don't have a great target for demo, but we might need the burn. Like that's, I feel like, how we're going to win this game. I think I'm going to get rid of a Rummage. I think I'm going to play both Daring Paros as well first. Oh, there it is. Play our 2 Paros. Now, of course, we could see a Fiora here. That would not be a shock at all. But we could try and kill it. If he's not going to play anything, I'm going to let him burn that mana. 100%. Could go in for Jinx here. He could play Shen. But nothing changes, right? Like, I've still got these elusives that can still attack, so I don't see why I wouldn't. I've got second Jinx as well. Ooh, my. Okay, we're feeling pretty good then. He must have a really bricked out hand, like double Genevieve or something. What's going on? He might try and repost this. I think that would be a mistake. Even better. So obviously we are just going to keep our Jinx alive. Get Excited hits more than Mystic Shot does, obviously, and we save the mana, so that's why we'll use that. And we just got an absolute monster trade in our favor, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. There's a good discard target. That's Fiora. I think I will do this. Let's try and empty our hand before we go for University of Piltover. We only need to use that really once you know, once we start being out of cards.
I've got your back.
Okay. Well, let's see if he tries to kill the Jinx. We can go for a Get Excited and trade. If he goes for one of the Poros, obviously we just have to orb this. Then we just have to sort of eat it. Ooh, this is an interesting attack. Oh. I will do this, because I don't mind using a Get Excited on it if he is about to use a Ranger's Resolve. And if not, then that's fine as well. So we can still just do this though, now that it's dead. And that's another reason for blocking there, is because if he uses a Ranger, like, you know, his Ranger's Resolve value, he would have told us with that, whether he had it or not. I think here we will just attack. I mean, obviously we don't really have anything to develop into. And so now we could go University of Piltover. But he could have a single combat or something. I don't want this Jinx to die. So do I just pass?
Less thinking, more pew-pewing.
Oh, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. Okay, we're doing it. So we discard. Jinx levels up. Obviously we don't draw the 2 cards because Jinx, you know, hasn't fully leveled yet. These are our 3 cards. Back to back is pretty interesting. Quite like back to back here. So let's look at our mana. We can play this. Obviously the Fiora's probably going to take that. I kind of hope he attacks with this. That would be ideal.
Protect and strike.
That's perfect. Now we shall block with, I guess, you. And go back to back here. I might have a repost here or whatever, but obviously we're using the cards that we can. He'd need double repost to get rid of both of them. He's already shown us 1 Fiora, so his chances of having a repost are slightly lessened. Obviously, they're still in the deck, but you know, he's already had 2 Fioras, so it's unlikely he has 3rd Fiora. So this is top deck, whatever it is. It could be literally anything. Could be single combat here, which obviously wouldn't necessarily be a bad play for him either. It's considered strike. Okay, that's fine. That's actually probably the best we could have hoped for, because he still loses this to that. And we might as well play the Hapless Aristocrat. It's 1 extra damage. Now he could go for a single combat here as well on this. That would scupper us somewhat. Because obviously it would make it dangerous then to use Flame Trumpers, and that's what he does go for. So it looks like he's going for the Fiora win con, so that has to be our #1 goal of stopping that then. We are going to get 3 random cards. Scorched Earth actually would have been nice if we could have done a bit of damage to it, but we'll see what we get. We get a Judgment, an Icy Yeti. So I don't think Judgment is doing much. Stargazer probably not doing too much. I don't think we're going to get to use this Judgment. So I'll discard that. And I will still play this Daring Poro.
I am one with the land.
Plays a Green Glade Caretaker. Now I could play this Icy Yeti. Just for the pure stats alone. Nothing more, nothing less. Just for the pure stats. And attack with the 2 Poros. I think that's what I have to do. There's no way he has Judgment, right? Is this too much of a risk? He just passed. He's saying, I've got Judgment. Does he have Judgment? Is it too much of a risk? Like, what if he has Repost as well, though? Yeah, that's the only way he wins the game, right? And man, that's a tough choice. Like, if he's got single combat, he's probably winning anyway. Okay, there it is, single combat, so we need some way of removing this now. Or we need 6 damage from hand, which is like 2 get excited. Oh, this is gonna be close. What will we get? We get Scribosaur. We do not get it. We get a Mystic Shot. Oh, shoot, we should have attacked with this to see what he did. Well, he could have just blocked with the other one, of course. Scribe, do you help me in any way? I'm not sure. Give me demo. That's actually close. But we are going to lose to Fiora. Ah! God damn it. We got the Uni. Ah. Soraka, Kench. So obviously against this kind of deck, you just want to run them down as fast as you can. Do I need the Rummage if I've got the Porokana? Probably not. Could look for other early aggressive units as well. Vision. That's kind of what I'm looking for, I won't lie. That's kind of perfect if we can find something else. You know, even if it's probably will be a Draven's Spinning Axe. But yeah, this is a neat little hand. And obviously having the Poros be elusive as well means that outside of the Lounging Lizard, as our opponent really had a long think about that one. Outside of the Lounging Lizard, which obviously isn't until turn 3, there isn't anything that can deal with these. Now we probably will be waiting for the Vision to go off before we start thinking about Flame Chompers, particularly if he plays the 2 mana 2/3 that deals the 1 damage, because if he does it to this, then obviously we'll be good. He gets Star Spring out early, which is actually okay for us, because if we start going wide, this can't block. That's one thing that can't block. That's helpful. As a Fervor, can go face when we need it to. And we are, I think, just going to go about as wide as we possibly can. See what he plays. Boxtopus would be an interesting card, because then we would be sort of dissuaded from playing Draven until he attacked. I kind of hope he open attacks here. That would probably be best for us, because then we can safely play Draven. Goes for another Krusty. With second Draven there, and knowing that I've got it, I don't mind doing this. Now if he does play Boxtopus now, he is going to have to trade it. Okay, he does just have that. But he does play it onto the one that's already been healed. So he's up to 4, so we need to probably be... So if I go Jinx here.
Rules are made to be broken. Like buildings or people.
Still got the Spinning Axe. Okay, plays Tom Kench.
Screaming helps not at all.
Which we can't kill. Oh, but we can just do this. That's him taking a lot of damage if he takes it, so I'm fine with him taking it as well. So yeah, we'll use all this. We'll probably give it to Draven.
Now we're cooking.
And then this next turn, he's probably going to try and swallow something here with you. It'd be interesting to see if he tries it on the Jinx. Obviously, that I could just trade that anyway. So I think that would be a bit off for him. But if he tries it, you know, onto something else, then I can always Fervor something.
I'll find that narwhal yet.
Interesting, he gives me a golden narwhal, which he'll probably take. I think I can just pass for now. Because if he doesn't take this, then yeah, great. I'll take the elusive damage. You're struggling. Shakedown. That's interesting. So he wants to kill Jinx, obviously. I could go for Whirling Death here, which would trade them. Doesn't take Jinx. Is that not a mistake? I could kill the Tom Kench. I think let's do that, because that's sort of the threat to my Jinx, I guess. So yeah, let's kill the Tom Kench. Get some more spinning axes. Can we discard our hand? We have a lot of 0 mana things.
My beautiful face.
And that's not even killing that. So let's think. The spinning axes mean that we... I think I'd rather play the 2 Poros than level up Jinx. I know I could have discarded this, but I want to play the 2 Poros anyway. So let's go with that. We have a bunch of elusives plus Jinx. He's gonna what? Need to like guiding touch his own. Yeah, there we go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! So unfortunately we didn't get to see the university truly deliver on what I think it can, but I'm going to keep playing with this deck. I think it's fun when you get the university out. It's probably not quite as good as playing the experimenter, I'll be honest. It probably isn't. It's 1 mana less, but obviously it doesn't do it like the turn that you play it. So it's basically the same mana cost as when the effect is happening. You get the 3 damage from the experimenter onto a unit, which obviously can kill them. The 3 cards that you get then from experimenter are from your deck, so you know that they're more likely to be good rather than getting Scribe of Sorrows. But the back-to-back was pretty funny. But obviously we didn't win that game. But I think it's fun. I'm not sure it's good, but I think this is because it does say random cards, and people seem to be obsessed with the fact that any randomness in this game is just terrible. Like they're turning it into half. It's terrible. It's totally terrible. I don't want to play the game anymore because there's a card that says create a random card on it. It's like, yeah, okay. Random is somewhat fun because you can pull off like cool wins that you wouldn't have expected. Apparently people are against that, which is fine. And I don't think this card is great. So it's probably good in the fact that, if you want to play it, you're probably playing a slightly worse version of the deck, but it is more fun perhaps. So I think that's going to do it for this one. Yeah, thank you for watching. My name is Chris. Have a really nice day.